What's up, dreamers?
So in today's video, as you can see, I got my apron on. So it is a Jana's Kitchen video, making all of your wildest fantasies come true in this kitchen. So give this video a big thumbs up because we are making gumbo today. It is so good, so delicious, so simple, and it fills your house with the most amazing smells and aroma. So my little sidekick will be joining me today, and then we will run you through the ingredients. So let's get started. So we're gonna run you through the ingredients and then we are gonna get cooking, right?
And my favorite thing about gumbo is that there's mushrooms in it, and mushrooms are my first favorite vegetable. And I'll be teaching you 2 ways how to cut mushrooms.
Yes.
Guys, if you think I'm very big, I actually have a stepping stool.
Okay, so what we have here is we have 1 whole green bell pepper, and I'm gonna write all the ingredients in the description. We have some chopped up celery, if the camera can focus. We have some zucchini. I'm gonna show you guys how to cut it in a second. We have 1 full sweet onion, but you can use any type of onion you like. We have the beans. I have 3 cans of beans. You can use any beans you like for this. You can use lentils. I used white kidney beans, red kidney beans, and garbanzo beans. Then we have our mushrooms, which Demi is going to show you how to cut. We have some Worcestershire sauce, and then we have some hot sauce. We have some gumbo filet. We have some Creole seasoning. I have 2 of them because I just add 2 of them. Then we have some crushed tomatoes, and then we're also going to be adding cornmeal and using olive oil and all-purpose flour. I also have garlic right here that I'm going to mince. One thing I also want to tell you guys real quick is if your kids don't like spicy food, that's fine. Mine don't really love it either. So what I do is I make the gumbo up to the point of adding the seasonings, like the spicy seasonings, and I just put their portion to the side. That way the adults can still enjoy it spicy. And this would be so good like with a French baguette, or even if you want to take it up a notch, it would also be good with some vegan sausage, like the Beyond sausage. Not the hot, oh, actually the hot one would be good in it, even though that's kind of an Italian style one, but I would probably do the regular style for this. But anyway, this is just all veggies, really inexpensive, and it's such a good meal. It makes a huge pot, so it will feed your family for a few nights at least.
So, just for like, so like if you have kids, just so that they don't get hurt, I would actually get a kid knife, because I actually got my own knife from my birthday because I want to make my own restaurant when I grow up. I think I've been telling you in my other cooking videos with my mom. But I have my own knife and I'm only 6. I know how to cut.
Yeah. So show them how you cut the mushroom. So guys, what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to quarter the mushroom, which is actually the easiest way to cut it. So Demi, show them how to quarter it.
I'm gonna show you 2 ways how to cut them. So you put your fingers like this, and like you put your knife in the middle of the mushroom and then cut it like this. Put it back like how it was before you cut it, and then cut it again in half. And then there's another way of, so this is like how to help not
cut yourself?
Hurt yourself, yeah. So another way is to put the knife in the middle and then
that's the easiest way.
Put your hand on the top and
make sure that you don't hurt your fingers.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so this is how I cut the zucchini. It's really simple. I just discard of the top and the bottom, or any parts that look kind of disgusting, or any parts that look like they're going bad. And then I cut the other end off. Then I slice the zucchini down the middle, really simple. Then I take it sideways like this, and I just go like this so that they're already cut in half. You don't want to cut them too small because then they'll just turn into complete mush. This is a big zucchini. I usually use either 3 small ones or maybe 2 huge ones. And then that's it. And then I'm gonna mince the garlic. All right, guys, so we're gonna head to the stove and show you guys what's cooking. Okay, guys, so we're at the stove now, and what Demi is gonna do is she's going to whisk the flour and the oil together. Now Demi is gonna continuously whisk to make a roux. So go ahead and whisk, Demi. Whisk very carefully, okay?
Yes, because it's very...
And now I'm gonna help her do this, and then I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. You don't have to do this. You can skip this step if you want to. I'm sure people who make gumbo all the time will say this is crucial, but honestly, I've made gumbo without doing this step, and it's turned out perfectly delicious. So it's really just preference. So you want to cook this on very low when you're making the roux so that you don't burn it. And what we did was I just added like around 1/4 of vegan butter and 1/4 of more flour. And I figured I would do that because normally the roux is kind of small, because I took a few recipes over the years and combined them into my own. So I feel like 1/2 cup of oil and 1/2 cup of flour works way better. So I just did 1/2 and 1/2 with the oil. So I did 1/4 cup of oil, 1/4 cup of butter. But like I said, I'll write all of the directions in the description.
So guys, listen to what my mom said. Whisk, but normally what whisking is just going back and forth. So it's not really a big job.
Yeah.
So just try to get all that butter and flour. And just let the butter sit in there for a little bit. And just keep on whisking. And so remember what that means is just to go back and forth like I am. And kind of, you know, touch all the stuff inside the pot.
And be careful not to burn yourself, right?
Yep.
All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add some of my veggies. So I'm going to add the onion. Okay. And I'm gonna change from a whisk to a spoon. And I'll show you guys what it looks like in 1 second. And you wanna definitely have the temperature on low right now so that nothing burns. Okay. Then I'm going to add my green bell pepper, my celery, and my zucchini. Now this is typically made with okra, but I never made it with okra before. I just always made it with zucchini. So you can totally use okra here if that's what you love. So now I'm just adding in the zucchini and the celery, and I have more of it. Okay guys, so I just added my zucchini, my onion, my green bell pepper, the garlic as well. I want to stir it for around 10 to 15 minutes until the vegetables are soft and the zucchini is not so slimy, or the okra. And then you're gonna add in your tomato sauce. You're gonna add at least 2.5 cups of vegetable stock. You're gonna add in your mushrooms, your beans, your thyme, and your bay leaves. And then I let that cook for a while. I bring that to a boil, and then I lower the heat. And then I take out my daughter's portion. If they're not, you know, if you have kids that don't want to eat spicy food, that's what you would do. But if you do have kids that like spicy food, then that's when you would add in all your spicy seasoning. You would bring it to a boil and then let it simmer for about an hour. So I will show you guys when I add the rest of the ingredients what it is looking like. Okay, so I just added the rest of the ingredients besides the spicy seasoning. What is the weather like where you are? Out here in Michigan, we have a pretty sunny day, which I really love. It's been so cold here. It's still cold in Michigan, hence why I'm making a big pot of gumbo. But anyway, I'm still very thankful that the weather is finally breaking. It will be warm before we know it, and then we'll be complaining about all of the heat. So, well, I won't be, because in Michigan it's cold most of the year, so I'm thankful for every every bit of heat that we get. But yeah, so as you can see, it's coming to a boil now. It looks amazing already, it smells amazing already, and I haven't even added the seasoning. So I'm just gonna let this simmer on low for around a half hour. Then I'm gonna take the kids' veggies out, their portion, and then I'm gonna add all of the spicy seasoning. So now I'm just adding the rest of my bottle of Worcestershire. It wasn't a lot, but ordinarily I would have added around 3 tablespoons. So you're gonna add in some cumin, around, I would say, maybe 2 tablespoons of cumin. Add in the cornmeal, give it a good stir, the Worcestershire. Now you can give your pot a nice sprinkle of salt and some black pepper. I'm not gonna add too much pepper right now because of the kids, like I said. Now I'm just gonna bring this back down to low. It smells so good. You would also add your bay leaf right now, but I ran out of bay leaf. You want to add around 1/4 teaspoon of the gumbo filet, but I might do a half right now. And I'm gonna put the top on this. You also want to cook some rice or quinoa so that this can go right on top of that. So I'm gonna be making some organic white rice right alongside this pot in 1 second. So yeah, it's a very simple, yummy, delicious recipe. As you can see, it makes a huge pot. So this will feed us for a few days. And I will show you guys what it looks like when it is done. All right guys, so I just took the kids' portion out and I added the Creole seasoning along with some parsley. So now I'm going to add some hot sauce. You could add just cayenne pepper, or you could just add hot sauce, whatever you fancy. I'm gonna be adding some hot sauce. I know some people, or a lot of people, typically use Tabasco sauce for this, and this seriously reminds me of the part in Princess and the Frog where she pours in the hot sauce, but that's what we're gonna do. So I just pour it in like this. I don't really measure. Again, it's totally up to you. I use a really spicy one. This is the one my best friend uses, or this is the one that he buys. Whoops, if it will focus. By the brand Grace, and it's just hot pepper sauce. He claims that Tabasco sauce is just vinegar and it's not real hot sauce. So yeah, we use that one. And then I'm gonna also do some more salt. And be pretty generous with the salt, or you can add it to each individual bowl. It's totally up to you. So yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like. I'm about to bring it to a boil real quick again, just to let the flavors marry one more time. Let it cook for another 15 minutes, simmering. Didn't take long to boil. Then I also just made some white rice over here, and that's done. So yeah, it's very delicious. I will show you what it looks like when I plate it, and that's about it. All right guys, so this is what it looks like. It is so good. It's steaming hot right now. I forgot to mention that when it's done cooking, you should let it sit for a half hour to 40 minutes if you can, to really let the flavors marry together so that you can just taste them better. Sometimes when you eat things too hot, it doesn't taste like anything, if that makes any sense. Also, I forgot to mention that sometimes I add white wine to this recipe, but I will include that in the description like I said. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I hope you guys try this recipe. It tastes so good. As you can hear, little man is in the background ready to dig in. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye!